Candace Owens is reportedly spiraling after the shocking news that her longtime ally, Charlie Kirk, was taken out yesterday. The two have shared a close bond for years, so it's no surprise she isn't handling the loss well. Still, Candace is already vowing revenge, claiming she'll uncover the truth behind what really happened. The big question now is, does this mean she's about to drop some explosive revelations? And could this all be tied to a much larger cover-up? Here's what we know so far. Charlie Kirk was in the middle of a campaign tour organized by his group, Turning Point USA. The stop took him to Utah Valley University, where he was set to engage in what looked like a heated but routine debate with a student over policy. Everything seemed like business as usual until tragedy struck, sparking the chaos and conspiracy now surrounding his name.
So, do you know how many transgender Americans have been mass shooters over the last 10 years?
Too many.
Okay, now 5 is a lot, right? I'm gonna give you some credit. Do you know how many mass shooters there have been in America over the last 10 years?
Counting or not counting gang violence?
The shocking moment came without warning. In the middle of his appearance, a single shot rang out, striking Charlie Kirk in the neck. Witnesses and early reports claim the bullet tore through his carotid artery, the body's main blood supply to the brain. That would explain why he collapsed almost instantly, losing consciousness before anyone could react. The scene turned chaotic in seconds. Almost immediately, speculation began flooding the internet. Some believe this was no random act, but a carefully planned attack. Given Charlie's long list of critics and the polarizing nature of his politics, the theory doesn't seem far-fetched to many. Others have suggested it could have been a professional hit. Reports claim the shooter was nearly 200 yards away, which, combined with the difficulty of hitting a moving target, has only fueled those suspicions. Regardless of one's opinion of Charlie Kirk, most agree this is not how political disagreements should ever be handled. He had his loyal fans, but also plenty of detractors who strongly opposed his views. At the end of the day, dialogue and debate should never come at the cost of a human life. Adding to the tragedy, reports state that Kirk's wife, Erica, and their 2 young children were sitting in the audience when it happened. Their daughter just turned 3, and their son is barely 1 year old. Not only have they lost a father and husband, but they witnessed the trauma unfold in real time, a memory that will undoubtedly scar them for years to come. Still, the reaction has been divided. While many mourn his death, others have resurfaced old comments and clips from Kirk that they argue show a darker side to his legacy. One viral clip even shows him saying he would force his daughter to carry a pregnancy to term, even if she was sad, sparking heated debates online about his character. This tragedy has left emotions running high: shock, anger, grief, and for some, a refusal to feel sympathy.
So if you had a daughter and she was 10 and she got and she was gonna give birth and she would and she was gonna give birth and she was gonna live, would you want her to go through that and carry her baby?
That's awfully graphic.
It's a real life scenario that happens to many people.
The answer is yes, the baby would be delivered.
Oh, okay, great. So
In another video, he shockingly claimed black people lived better under slavery and oppression before 1940s.
It shows they were actually better in the 1940s. It was bad, it was evil, but what happened? Something changed. They committed less crimes.
Maybe they were afraid. 4,000 black men, women, and children were in violent lynch mobs.
That's your explanation, but
racial terror permeated American culture for hundreds of years.
Black America is worse than it has been
that affected
in the last 80 years.
The generational psyche of an entire group of people?
Well, I'm sure it did. I'm not discounting that.
In a past interview, Charlie Kirk was quoted saying that deaths were an unfortunate but acceptable price to pay in order to protect the Second Amendment. Many now view the statement as painfully ironic, considering the way his life ended. Over the years, he made other remarks and took stances that rubbed countless people the wrong way. While it's not our place to speak ill of the dead, it's undeniable that his beliefs earned him plenty of backlash. Just 2 days before his death, the outlet Jezebel even ran a controversial piece claiming they had hired 2 Etsy witches to curse him. One section of the article read, "After placing my first spell, make everyone hate him, I was left with more questions than answers. How long would it take to kick in? Should I have splurged for a pricier spell to make it work faster?" The writer went on to explain that the witch offered a $50 spell booster, which she claimed would strengthen the original spell, or alternatively, let events unfold in natural timing. The writer chose to let it be. Whether it was coincidence or not, the timing of everything has people talking. To their credit, the outlet did condemn the act of violence and made it clear they did not condone what happened. Still, the article reflects just how polarizing Charlie truly was. Reactions online remain deeply divided. One person tweeted, "Not having empathy for someone who didn't extend it to others is a normal human reaction. You're not obligated to manufacture sorrow for anyone. Should it have happened? No. Does everyone have to feel bad? Also no. Yet many agree on one thing. His wife Erica and their 2 young children are the real victims here."
I can't stand the word empathy, actually. I think empathy is a made-up New Age term that does a lot of damage, but...
This situation has quickly spiraled into a toxic political storm. Leaders from both parties, Republicans and Democrats alike, have spoken out, condemning the attack and offering condolences. Donald Trump tweeted, "The great and even legendary Charlie Kirk is dead. No one understood or connected with the youth of America better than Charlie. He was loved and admired by all, especially me. Now he is no longer with us. Melania and I send our deepest sympathies to his beautiful wife, Erica, and their family. Charlie, we love you." Barack Obama also weighed in, saying, "We don't yet know what motivated the person who targeted Charlie Kirk, but this kind of despicable violence has no place in our democracy. Michelle and I will be praying for Charlie's family tonight, especially his wife Erica and their 2 young children." Joe Biden echoed the same sentiment on Twitter. "There is no place in our country for this kind of violence. It must end now. Jill and I are praying for Charlie Kirk's family and loved ones." Vice President Kamala Harris also addressed the tragedy, stating, "I am deeply disturbed by the events in Utah. Doug and I send our prayers to Charlie Kirk's family. Let me be clear, political violence has no place in America. I condemn this act, and we must all work together to ensure this does not spark more violence." Meanwhile, Candace Owens is taking the loss especially hard. When the news first broke, she tweeted, "Everyone, please stop what you are doing and pray for Charlie Kirk, please." Their bond ran deep. They toured together, sat on countless panels, and often share the stage at political events.
My question to somebody who I know, because I don't know you.
Some future president.
Donald Trump Jr. Yeah, Donald Trump Jr. My question is, how do you support your father for the things that he said, such as he believes that you should grab women by the...
He didn't say that. I want to say something. I want to say something. Let me do it.
That's a ridiculous question, first and foremost. Because I'm sure you've never said anything bad.
Are you mad? Are you mad?
I'm sure.
But you just called liberals.
Candace Owens was absolutely heartbroken. At the time of her first tweet asking for prayers, Charlie Kirk was still alive. According to Reuters, the shooting happened around 12:20, after which he was rushed to a local hospital in critical condition. Doctors immediately took him into surgery, but tragically, he didn't make it. Once his death was confirmed, Candace shared another post saying, "I can't process this," but her grief soon turned into determination. She quickly began demanding answers. A private jet under the tail number N88KG left Provo Airport about an hour after the incident. 30 minutes into the flight, it dropped off ADSB tracking illegally, then reappeared heading back to Provo about an hour later. "Why did this plane turn off its radar?" Candace immediately replied, "If anybody knows anything about this, please comment below or email tips@candaceowens.com." She also made it clear she believes the shooter may not have acted alone, tweeting, "I can't believe this is real. Who called the hit on Charlie? We need answers." It's clear she won't stop until she uncovers the full truth. Meanwhile, the FBI announced they are actively leading the investigation. In a statement, they said, "As soon as we heard about the incident, special agents and personnel from the Salt Lake City field office responded immediately. We have full resources devoted to this case, including tactical, operational, investigative, and intelligence support. To be clear, the FBI will fully support and co-lead this investigation alongside our partners. This is a heartbreaking and unsettling story. What do you think really happened? Share your thoughts below, and don't forget to check out the next video.